Hello everyone, how you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. Today we are here with a drift net fishing guide for old school RuneScape in my endless adventure to find myself and make as many guides as possible. Hopefully you guys enjoy. If you do, make sure to leave a like, helps the video a ton, helps the channel grow, would appreciate it a lot. But with that said, let's go ahead and get on into it. So as far as the requirements, you're going to need 44 fishing and 47 hunter, so you can do this at a med level and you can unlock better rates all the way up until about the mid 70s. In addition to that, quest wise, you're going to need the Bon Voyage quest done to be able to access Fossil Island, and Recipe for Disaster Pirate Pete subquest to be able to have the necessary items to go underneath the water there. For the hourly rates that you can expect, it is anywhere from 60 to 90k fishing XP and 80 to 120k hunter XP, so very, very good. If you know anything about the rates of either of those skills, I mean, it's pretty comparable to some of the methods that you'll have in either one of those skills individually, let alone together, so this is very underrated, very slept on in the community. Also, the other hourly rate to note is that you'll be spending about 250k per hour in GP to be able to do this method, so that is the one downside. However, given the rates that you get, very, very much worth it. As far as if it's worth it, based on what I just said, yes, it's very much worth it. You're combining two very, very good XP rates into one, so definitely worth it. Honestly, I don't think it's terrible as far as a method. I would do it. Here's the gear that you're going to need. Everything is noted down below, but the main things of note are the fishbowl helmet and the diving apparatus. That's where you're going to need the Pirate Pete Recipe for Disaster quest done to be able to get that. Also, you'll need a Muirfolk Trident or a Trident of the Seas. And then you'll also need to get flippers, which you'll need to complete the Skippy and Mogre mini quest to be able to get. That's a really small requirement, really easy to do. You will have to kill Mogres. They're 1 in 64 chance to get them. Doesn't take too long unless you get really unlucky. And then finally, for the inventory, I am bringing stamina potions along with drift nets and numulite. I have 50 drift nets in this inventory just for this video alone. However, it's about 100 per hour, so depending on how long you want to be here, depends on how many you have to bring. Realistically, a couple hundred is going to do you pretty good unless you're going to be really, really camping this place. There's a spot that you can unnote them, so we'll talk about that when we get there. So I am at the Grand Exchange, got everything that I showed prior, and we are going to have to go ahead and use the dig site teleport on the dig site pendant. Then from there, go ahead and run to the east a good bit and quick travel via this barge guard. He'll then take you on over to Fossil Island. Once you're here, then go ahead and travel on up to the northern part of the island. And then from there, use the rowboat to travel out to sea. If you need to get anything from the bank, if you miss anything, feel free to grab it here. I'm going to dive and walk on the seabed. So once you go north, there's an NPC here who's going to make you pay. It is 200 per day, or you can pay 20,000 to have endless access to this place. I would just pay per day because you're probably not going to come here that much, but make that decision yourself, however you want to go about it. Once you're in here, then run on over to the east and navigate the plant door, and you will be inside. So a couple things of note here. So first thing is you're going to want to have the DriftNet plugin open. This is on the RuneLite client, so make sure you have that. Very, very helpful, so if you don't, definitely have it. And make sure that the tagged timeout feature is at 45 ticks. Then from there, if you have the ground markers plugin, just go ahead and mark these tiles here and over here. I also have a paste bin in the description if you want to do that yourself, but I mean, it's just 6 tiles, so it's really easy. And then there's also a net who is over here. Very, very funny name. That's where you deposit your nets. So just go ahead, throw them on in there. If you need to withdraw them, you can bank note all of them at the very bottom, so take note of that. I'm going to wield my trident. You will have to press a button and say you do want to wear it down here. And then I'm going to take a bunch of nets from a net. Now, as you can see, I can chase these fish shoals, and I'm going to want to chase them into these drift nets. These tiles are here because if the fish are within these tiles, then they'll fall right into the nets. If they are not, then it'll take some more time. So I'm going to go ahead and set them up right now. We'll set up the southern one, and then we'll go ahead and set up the northeastern one. So once you get it set up, go ahead and start chasing some of the fish that are within the black tile marked area. Once they get up to 10 fish, then you'll have to empty it. Whenever you're transferring between these two spots, you will want to chase a couple of these fishing shoals in the middle, and then go ahead and head to the other side. Make sure to grab all the fish that you can in here. Typically, you're going to want to grab the fish that are closer to the outside rather than the ones that are inside. That helps a good bit. And as you can see, I get a good amount of fishing XP whenever I'm doing this, essentially getting about 100 fishing XP and 100 hunter every single time, and just making my way in between as we go. So this side is full, and I already have some fish tagged, so I'm going to go on this tile right here. Essentially, if they want to filter in, they'll stand behind me before they go in. Then you'll want to harvest it. Now you have a couple options once you do this. Either you can throw it all in your bank via this button right here and it'll cost you 5 numulite, then you'll have to get rid of the pufferfish after, or you can just go ahead and press escape or the X button and then it will go away. You won't get the fish that are inside, of course, but the fish inside are really honestly not worth that much, and you'd probably rather get more XP per hour just quickly exiting than setting up another trap. Once you set up another one, then of course just continue by tagging all the fish that are within your area, run back to the middle, and head to the other side as you would. A fun thing of note is sometimes the fish will kind of get stuck on each other or just get stalled over here in these spots, and like any other NPC in the game, one of the easiest ways to go ahead and get them to move is just by running underneath them. So if you ever see sort of a bunch up of different fish, just go ahead and do that, and that should alleviate the burden. As you can see here, just a quick example of how quick you can do this. If you don't want to go ahead and bank it, just click, escape, and click again. The trident here is really what makes this very easy. If you don't have a trident, whenever you chase these, they won't immediately go where you'd like them to. You sort of have to kind of force it and click them a lot. With the trident, though, that is where it is very easy and they just go upon you saying it the first time, which makes it much more convenient. So really, it's as simple as that. Honestly, I find it kind of enjoyable just because it's not the same exact thing over and over. And I mean, most hunter methods are going to be somewhat intense, so you're not really giving up much by coming here, and you're kind of getting a lot of fishing XP on the side if you want to look at it that way. Really, however you slice it up, I mean, the amount of XP you get per hour here is pretty ridiculous, so if you don't mind this method, I'd highly recommend it. So that's going to be it for me today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, again, make sure to leave a like. If you guys want to see more videos like this, as soon as I go live, make sure to subscribe. And I also have a clan chat, Discord, Twitch, tons of different places you can check out me and the community down below in the description. But with that said, hopefully you have a wonderful day, and peace.